What up, Internet? I am the PCGoblin. And in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to update the BIOS of your motherboard inside your computer. So let's go ahead and get to it. So the first thing we need to do is open up a browser and go to our motherboard manufacturer's website. So if you have a pre-built like an HP or Dell, you've got to go to HP and Dell to get that. But if you've built it yourself, which I hope you have, you've got like ASRock or Acer, Gigabyte. You've got several different options to choose. My motherboard is an ASRock board, but this process is going to be the same for pretty much any motherboard that you've got. So I've got a ASRock Z370 Tai Chi. I want to go to ASRock's website to get it because, you know, they made the motherboard, so they're going to be the one with the BIOS update for it. So I'll need to go to Support, BIOS, and then download the Instant Flash. So you want to get the latest BIOS update that your motherboard has. And to do that, you look at the date. So this one is 2019 9/16, so September 16th, 2019. This one was December of 2018. So we're gonna go ahead and download this one. Close that. So once you have it downloaded, go ahead and go to your downloads folder or wherever you saved it to. So before we extract it, go ahead and plug in your USB drive. It needs to be formatted for Windows, so if it's not, go ahead and do that. I've got mine inserted right here. So we'll go ahead and go to our downloads folder because that's where I saved it. And then I'll right click on it and extract all. And I'm gonna extract it all onto here. And you can extract it into your USB drive directly if you want, but I don't want to. So I'm going to go ahead and copy both these files to my USB drive. Now, depending on your motherboard, some of them will have you do it from the compressed file for the update. Some of them want you to extract it before you do that. This particular motherboard wants it extracted before we do that, and now it's copied to my USB drive. Depending on your motherboard manufacturer, they may have a way to update it from inside Windows itself. I don't like this method because I want as little in between the update and the actual motherboard as possible. So if you're going to do it via the Windows update, it's easy to do. Just download it, run it, and do it as it says. But if you want to do it through the BIOS, this is how you're going to do it. Now that we have the files on the USB drive, I'm going to go ahead and restart. And depending on your motherboard, you're going to need to push delete, F2 or F8. Generally delete is universal or F8 is pretty universal. Either way, you need to start spamming that key as soon as, or shortly after you restart it. Okay, so now we're in my BIOS, and I'm going to go switch to advanced mode. Now, inside your BIOS, you want to be looking for something that says UEFI update or BIOS update inside of it. So mine's under Tool, and that's a pretty common place for it to be. Now, before we do any update to the BIOS, I want to make sure you understand that it's extremely important that you do not touch power, you leave the PC completely alone as long as it takes while the BIOS is updating. Now, if it's taking an extremely long time, like 20 or 30 minutes, something's probably gone haywire and you're going to need help with that, and I would suggest reaching out to the motherboard manufacturer or your PC manufacturer to find out what to do. I've helped tons and tons of customers on the phone when I worked for a PC manufacturer and never had an issue updating the BIOS. So just don't touch it and you should be okay. Now when you do this, it is going to reset your BIOS settings to default. So if you've got custom fan curves or overclock settings that you've put in, it's going to wipe that and put it back to default. So we'll go ahead and try the internet flash, see if we can get that to work on this motherboard. And then we'll go ahead and update. So for whatever reason, it doesn't like that. I've had a lot of luck doing that with motherboards. Now I've had about a 50-50 chance of that working pretty much with any motherboard I've ever used. So I don't know why they work sometimes and other times they don't. Since the internet flash didn't work, we're gonna go to the USB flash right here, hit enter. It's found the 4.10 update. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit update, hit yes that we're gonna do it. And then after we press enter, it's going to do its thing until it's done. So like I said earlier, do not touch it. Just let it do its thing. Leave it be. It will finish. And you'll be back into your BIOS, or it'll be back into the OS, and you'll be good to go. So I'm going to go ahead and hit OK. So here we are back in Windows, so it should be done, but let's go ahead and reboot to check. So restart, I'm gonna start hitting the delete key. Switching to advanced mode, hitting main, we've got it updated, Tai Chi 4.1, so it's been updated. And let's see if it saved my profile. Nope, it deleted it. Like I said, sometimes it's great, sometimes not. I mean, you can save it to a disk, but I've had issues importing it back after the new update because it was an older BIOS that had it, so results may vary with that. Well, that's it for this video, guys. That's how you update the BIOS. It's very simple, it's very easy, and pretty quick to do. Just don't forget to not touch your computer while it's updating the BIOS. As long as you do that, you're good, like I've said many times throughout this video. Now, hopefully this video was helpful. If it was, go ahead and smash that like button, and if you liked it, well, hit the like button as well, and subscribe to my channel so you can see all my upcoming content. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.